Hey, this is Ryan Witt, defense attorney here in Washington State. Last month, we had a really busy month. A lot of calls, a lot of questions. And when we get high volume like that, we start to see patterns. And one pattern that really jumped out at me that I think is worth noting here is people with questions about their marijuana DUIs. See, in Washington, we're what's called a per se state. People will call, they're extremely frustrated because they'll say, I got this DUI, it's for marijuana, I wasn't impaired at all. I ingest marijuana at night because it helps me sleep or it helps me with arthritis, but I don't use it at all to get high, and I don't get high. Well, what I have to tell those people is if you are typically a daily user, you're going to be at a level where you're over 5 nanograms per milliliter. Or in other words, you're over that per se standard. So it's not one of the elements that the state has to prove. They don't have to prove impairment. And that can be really confusing for some people that come in from out of state. We're not licensed in Oregon, but people tell me in Oregon that it's all the same thing. There's the blood test and there's the blood sample levels, but they also have to prove impairment for a conviction. Not true here in Washington. They have to prove the date, the county, the fact that you were driving a car, and that you're above 5 nanograms per milliliter. The impairment isn't even a consequence. It's not even something that the law enforcement has to consider. So they could skip the field sobriety tests altogether. If that's confusing, well, I know it is. I know it's frustrating to people. People think they are not breaking the law because, hey, marijuana is legal in the state of Washington. So they think they're fine. And then the next thing you know, you're calling a person like me, talking about criminal defense issues, and we have to come up with a strategy for you. So if you are in that position, you want to get attorney on board right away and try to get the best outcome possible. Thank you.